Hello, Baby Gang says, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. Let's talk to Catherine over here, and she can maybe lead us towards the next part of the Raiden Shogun story. Look at that, showing that right in the start of the Raiden Shogun story quest. Showing the location of a lot of stolen visions.
Abyssosque.
How are you doing?
Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
She always hypes us up. She hypes us up to death, and I love it.
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Yeah, depend on the task and the compensation. I'm so for Wander and Paimon being way more sure of themselves, being way more like assertive with their stuff, you know, telling people to hurry on. I'm so much more for it than I used to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, the world has changed them. They've gone through a lot, and I think it's 100% okay to ask about compensation.
Well, let me go over it briefly.
You know what I mean? It's okay.
Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Ah?
Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Okay.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Yeah.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters.
That just makes perfect sense. Like, if you want to, like, you know, you're not just going to be proud about things. You're going to get help wherever you can get it.
The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Can I say both these dialogue options are perfect? But I think I'll make the whelps yelp.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease.
Honestly, like, you have to be confident in
I will
everything.
mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming
We'll try our best. We'll try our best.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, I love when Paimon says that. Honestly, like, yeah, Paimon hypes us up like crazy. So a lot of people say that this is the end to the Archon quest. This is the final part of the Archon quest.
Again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest wish.
Yep.
And now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy
Yeah.
it. Time to teach him a lesson.
Go on, Paimon. Yeah, no, it's what people consider to be the final quest in the Archon quest for the Inazuma. We're doing it now because obviously, like, you can't do Yaimiko's quest. Like, obviously, it would be nice to finish it off with this thing, but there's so many things to do when you look at these story quests. Like Ayato is there. Obviously, we're going to be doing Yaimiko next. That's the next story quest we're going to be doing. I think we'll do Ayato and then Yelan, and then Kazuha will be the other story quests we're doing. In terms of hangouts, of course, we got like a lot of hangouts here to do. Goro will be the next hangout mission we're doing. Saya was really fun. I want to do Toma as well, but I do, you know, all these characters that we really want to do. Eventually, I want to do Noelle. And yeah, and of course we have Ningguang and Yunjin. Ningguang, I'm really curious about. People have also told me about these characters too. The thing is that's going to happen is, anyway, we're going to be doing like everything in this game anyway. Like, there's not a thing in this game where I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna skip all this. The only thing like that, again, like I said last time, like, we're gonna be doing everything like in terms of story quests and hangout quests. We're gonna be doing a lot of world quests. I'm not gonna be doing every world quest, but we'll be doing a lot of world quests. And the reason I say I'm not gonna be doing every world quest is like the same thing I said last time. I don't want to feel any way overwhelmed, because right now I'm with that pace I'm going, I'm so happy with the game still. And the last thing I would ever want is to feel like, oh man, this is a lot, you know, this is a whole hell of a lot. Well, right now we're going through everything kind of like, you know, at a pace that is kind of nice. It's really nice. I think that's very, a fair way of looking at it. I've also like, I think I've upgraded more artifacts for some characters. Now, this is what I have on official right now. and I think it's all right. You know, I haven't done much of Benny yet. In terms of the Xing show, this is what I have for Xing show, but then again, I could do doing better. And again, like, it's just a matter of like finding the time to do that farming and do all that stuff. Like, and I don't obviously, I still don't spend, like, I always feel kind of guilty, but like at the same time, it's like, look, there's nothing you can do. I don't spend the same amount of time, I think, that like a lot of other people do on farming stuff, you know? Oh my god, Paimon, you were adorable. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not me being like, you guys spend so much time. It's just like, I guess like a lot of people, like, you know, who do artifacts farming would say you probably should spend more time than that. Yeah. Everyone has their own way of playing a game.
The wind knows me.
Man, that was actually like, oh my god, big boy. Yeah, he's only level 72 because we're in a story quest.
Clouds high, the birds call. Into the wind.
No, my sword.
Time to go. One with nature.
And this game isn't like my top 5 favorite games of all time. So like, for me, it's like, I never want to do anything that can make me feel overwhelmed or at a stage in the game where I'm like, man, I'm doing too much. Because I love the story, I love the world building, like it means so freaking much to me. What you probably don't see is that like I'm constantly there on like online on Twitter and stuff just talking about this game. Like all the time.
There are so many of them. No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler, you can take it.
Oh yes, son! Again, she is our number one cheerleader. Paimon. It's so sweet. Did we get him? Oh my god, that swirl got him? Oh no, it's we're getting back into a corner. Interesting. This rarely happens for us. What? You're the one who saves us?
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you two.
It's Raiden Shogun?
It has been a long time.
Oh, it's I. Okay.
We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Yeah, that was crazy. you embarrassed that guy very, very much so.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right?
So she just came out of the place by herself. That's pretty huge, right? That's a pretty big deal.
You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
Yeah, what brings you out this time?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
What is it? Oh my god, like this character design is so sick.
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Very healthy approach to this, A.
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
I mean, look at Zhongli. Like, Zhongli is to me like the perfect like way of doing things. Like, he understands like the people more than anyone because he spent the most time with his people.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
I say so. And like for me, it's like Venti trusts the people of Mondstadt because the people of Mondstadt are so free to the point that like they help each other out with everything. Like, and they do that intentionally. They place characters around Mondstadt to be like, okay, she's here now today, she's there today, she's walking around here. Everyone knows each other. Because they're so free, they have this advantage of just being able to like go through their lives kind of casually and still get supported by other people. You look even like in the villages nearby, they're always supporting each other. And then you have like, I feel like with Zhongli, his approach to things is like, okay, I was hands-on for a while, but I now can see how everyone can like really like survive by themselves. I think that was his approach, but his approach to me was the best. It's just how he understands his people is just like walking around and talking to people. You could say as well for Venti as well, he drank people under the table as well.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself?
We could do both.
Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
Yeah, this is what I'll say. It doesn't mean, it doesn't seem like a matter needing the Archon's attention.
If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Because she has a different mindset.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Puppet?
Precisely.
Puppet.
According to the rules I designed for her,
I adore her.
matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely.
Jesus.
The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Oh, Conria.
So you've heard of it.
Oh, we've
too.
heard of it. We've heard of it.
That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive
Not
one.
anymore. I mean, like you not wanting this to happen again for sure.
But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
No, for sure. I'll take. Yeah, no, 100%.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Yeah, no, yeah, really.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together.
Heck yeah.
From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Yeah, let's eliminate all of them.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it?
That's literally like every time you guys like have gotten me characters, whether it's Scaramouche or Shao or whatever, I'm like, man, I feel pretty safe right now.
Oh, yeah. After we deal with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria.
Heck yeah.
Color. It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
So is it clear on the? Yes, it seems clear. Right? This bullet here, so I guess we'll follow it up here. Interesting, okay. Yeah, it is. Like, I guess if you came from the other way, it would have made even more sense. Do we have enough for a wish, by the way? We do not have enough for a wish yet, which is fine. The way I see it, like, I got Rosaria. I'm very happy. It's one of those things that, like again, if I get Farina, fantastic. Oh, look, there's the two lovebirds again. Wait, I want to see what I do against a Mirror Maiden now for a second, just because we have upgraded our character a little bit.
Odd reveal.
Where are you?
Okay.
Clouds how? The birds call.
But then again, this is level 70. Oh, God. My husband!
Into the wind.
I never liked him really, so thank you. Oh, no problem.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Man,
Midnight
I love when they say what you're
Phantasmagoria.
thinking. Like, isn't it crazy that I was, like, literally saying to you guys? Remember I said to you guys before, it'd be cool if someone could witness the power of Gua.
Winter.
Yeah, that was, like, the easiest Mirror Maiden fight we ever had. And once again, like, you know, like, I never want... Oh, wow. Before we go any further with this, just when it comes to, like, artifacts and stuff again, just so I'm clear on everything. Like, never ever want to be dismissive, because, like, I think it's the way I always see it is, like, I'm having fun with this game, and that's what's most important to me when it comes to, like, artifacts and things like that. But when I can find the time, and this week I had more time, it's like, okay, we'll do it for sure. But it's like, if I can't find the time, and then our characters are a little bit lower level than they should be, and I'm still having fun, I'm also okay with that too. We have to climb up this freaking wall. Does that make sense? I think it's like fair, completely fair. Is there still blood around here, or is it just gone around this way?
Time to go.
Okay. Down this way? No? Or maybe it stops here. Maybe it's actually in this domain? No. Oh. Oh, I meant to... Okay. Okay. I meant to click on this only computer that was right beside me, but I think it still registers me as in the area, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. That's what I always like aim to not like focus on, right? Like, I never want to ever nitpick games. I hate it. Like, for me personally, you can criticize games whenever you want. For me, like, I like when I say nitpick, by the way, I don't mean criticisms are 100% fine, but I feel like if I'm like, man, this rock, this doesn't make any sense. How does the water work like this? It's like, man, who cares? It's just a video game. It's just a video game.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
When I say just a video game, I mean like it's art and it's a miracle that it even happens. But what I mean is like there's no point getting worked up over like small things in a video game when they're there to like be so much more than the tiny things in terms of like tiny mistakes or tiny like little, you know, nitpicks. We're lucky the damage is not too serious. Yeah, okay.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing?
Yeah, it is. It's like a Ivan Ooze type thing. Huh? Wait, what?
What's this?
Is someone injured?
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on
Oh yeah,
our
we have to believe in
journey.
ghosts for sure, Paimon.
Why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
This is so interesting, man. Like again, the stories like where we Archons are always so much fun.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you, there's no escaping them.
So were they the people that were killed during that time, like 500 years ago?
We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
Yeah, what exactly happened?
You don't know?
There we go. Yeah, it is. It is.
Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
And you can see that, like, the perspective of why she had, like, why I had like, such a powerful response to this.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves.
Kitsune Saigu is Hanashiro Sato, right? Or is the embodiment of Hanashiro Sato? Am I right? I think I'm right in saying that, right?
I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
Oh, wow.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember.
This is such a beautiful, beautiful shot.
There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just
Look how beautiful this
ago,
looks.
They were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Yeah, Paimon's good at calming people down.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma.
Look how much faith they have in her as well.
Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your
Stop clapping.
Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
So yeah, this faith that they had in the Raiden Shogun is almost like unbreakable.
What's wrong with him?
He's disappeared. Maybe like he's moving on.
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and
Oh, Paimon.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity.
Wait, so the filth that we were doing Hanashiro Sato's mission, right? And she was also like talking about how like I think she's not, I don't know if she's the Kitsune Saigo, she's not Kitsune Saigo like physically like completely her, but I believe that she is like what, like an amalgamation of her or something like that. Like she's like a combination of her or something like that. Like, or all, or like, yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I'm getting that wrong. You guys can always correct me if I'm getting stuff wrong. But it would make perfect sense if the filth that was coming through Inazuma when we were talking to Hanashiro Sato was able to create memories of a past time in Inazuma. It makes perfect sense that they'd be able to do it again with the filth coming out in this sense too. Like this is what it does. It's like this like weird like goopy memory juice. But it's so interesting how he was like the Kitsune Saigo is gone. And so is the Raiden Shogun. Because then it's like, okay, not only was the Raiden Shogun supposed to defend him, but then they're also like, well, the Kitsune Saigo's left as well. Like, what's happening with the Kitsune Saigo at this point as well? And you could hear a lot of regret when it came to Hanashiro Sato's voice as well about what happened to Inazuma.
Formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
I see.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
I don't know which one to pick because I think I want to get more lore on Saigu.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
Yes.
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat.
And how did this go?
I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
Oh, it's always heartbreaking, isn't it? Like when you look, like, and when that happens in movies and like in TV as well, and anything, like any type of media, when they do that, when like you know that the end result that's about to happen here is someone dying. And, you know, they look at each other and they're kind of like, they won't say it, but they're like, you know, this has been great. You know, this has been a great time together.
So...
That's tragic.
Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
So there is a big connection here.
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people.
And she loved Inazuma. Loved it.
I never had the chance to see her
one
last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last.
Would you believe that if what I get is true about like and what people have told me, she 100% was still trying to protect Inazuma up until very late or recently.
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Man, in my heart.
Hey.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. Is this the loss that Yaimiko mentioned?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
And this is why the idea of eternity goes from being something where you're like, that's so freaking dumb, to being like, oh my god, that's kind of sad, the way you kind of like thought that this is what was gonna, you know, help you. When you see people dying all around you, who are your best friends, the people who you lived with and loved and cared about, and you know, if someone said to you like, hey, you could stop, if there was a way to stop like the passage of time, at least spiritually and figuratively, would you do it? There kind of is that feeling of like, I don't want anyone else to die, I don't want anyone else to pass away. And it is a short-sighted way of looking at things, the idea of what she thought about eternity. It's so short-sighted, and there was bad things that happened in it 100%. There's no denying that what happened there was not morally good when it came to the Vision Hunt decree. But I love when they explain things like this through like the power of like a strong friendship or love. It's always meaningful to me.
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard.
There you go. Yep.
Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So if you, we talked about this before. The dialogue, I believe, the actual mouth movements is done in Chinese. So like it's done in the Chinese language. So what happened, or a Chinese language, I should say. And what happens is that the dialogue will go on, and then the characters will like stop moving their mouths. It's not because it's a glitch or anything, or it's poorly designed. It's just because of translation thing. So you're no longer stuck in the past. This is important, by the way. This is super important that she's not stuck in the past anymore.
I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss.
Yes.
But also new encounters.
Yes.
Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward.
110. Yes.
All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
And I will say, I want to say that's what I'll say. Absolutely, I don't want to say that's what being human is about, because it's not my place to talk about that. But like, she knows more than me. But like 100%, like, you know, you're not like, you will never get anywhere in life waiting for things to happen. It won't. You will not the whole, like, Benny says it. Good things happen for those who don't wait around. It's so true, because like, as much as like you might be like, oh, like I'll wait for this thing, I'll wait for that thing. If you keep doing that, you're never gonna get anywhere, right? You know, like if you're an artist and you're like, maybe I'll upload my art a year from now when I get better. It's like, no, do it now. Do it now. Do it right now.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes.
Heck yeah.
Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Yeah, but by the way, I apologize also for saying A and I, like all the time, like switching between them. I'm dumb sometimes.
Come on, let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're taking this approach with the idea of eternity. To me, like, it actually makes me very happy. Because again, like I think we said it before, like, and I feel like, you know, sometimes people might think that. I think there's a total difference between like excusing someone's actions and wanting to understand someone's actions. You know what I mean? Like, it's to me, it's just a. Oh, she can do it herself? Okay.
Leave them to me.
Sorry, I didn't make you look cool there. I'm so sorry. Raiden Shogun, I tripped over a tree. Because obviously, like even though like it doesn't excuse what happened to everyone in the Vision at all, there still is a thing where it's like, oh my god, like she did this because of how in pain she was over losing people. There we go.
Something seems wrong with A.
Are you feeling okay?
Why would you ask that?
I mean, you look like you had a headache or something.
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword vaporize them all in one go. No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving
Okay.
my energy.
If you're sure, I won't bother you.
Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time.
Okay.
I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Makes sense. I'll go with you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Spoken like a seasoned shogun.
It should have worried me that me and Paimon usually have the same reaction to like everything.
The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
It's the same situation as before.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
Iroh vibes.
Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of
Isn't
me.
this so funny? That's how much people appreciate her, and she should have realized that as well, like obviously as she did when she went out into public and everyone's like, oh my god, it's her.
It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest.
Bro, thank you so much. You do what you need to do.
After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Let's go along with what he says. I want to learn more about the past. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already.
Great voice acting from this guy as well, by the way.
Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
There's a lot of dependency on the Shogun and Kitsune Saigo as well.
People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea.
That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice, right?
Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma.
Nice
Over
shot.
time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
So this is an interesting line to me just because this kind of contradicts like a lot of how she felt for like before this, right? Like during the Vision Hunt decree when she was trying to kind of keep everything the same. She once had this feeling of like nothing lasts forever, you know, and people must make the most of life, and that's kind of like, you know, and seize the chance to enjoy things while it lasts, you know? Yeah. It's very different. Very different.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life.
Very, very nice.
And have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
Okay.
Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh?
Again, they take some time to do the pauses here. They don't let you skip through them, which is actually good.
Me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens.
Yeah, this is the aspect of this is always very sad. You know what I mean? When they realize they're like, you know, there's stuff that they need is not here.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
Yeah, we'll find a tea set for you.
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
See it as like a little fun party event. You know, we'll try and find it for ourselves, and that's the fun party event.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories.
Yep.
Leave it to us.
So we're going to the tea house?
Well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me.
I mean, fair enough, let's go.
I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much.
Yeah.
And it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
I think it's, yeah, like, honestly, though, like, I think I'm really excited for any interaction with anyone in the Kamisato estate with I. It's just like what really this is all telling me when we're seeing all these soldiers, seeing everyone here. We're seeing, like, you know what, I guess, like, he came back, so I guess he survived. We're seeing a result of what happened. We're gonna avoid this, just like, not that, like, you know, she shouldn't see the grave of who
Time to go.
you know, who her puppet killed, but I also think at the same time it's like, you know, maybe now's not the time. What I feel like it's telling me now is, like, it's showing all the people that, like, that met the Raiden, that loved the Raiden Shogun in the past, that were against the idea of eternity, that either wanted to move forward or were very satisfied with the life that they had, regardless of if it was going to end soon. You know that Queen song, man. Who wants to live forever? I'd live forever. If I had like $1 billion, like $900 billion, I'd live forever. Because then I could just, like, you know, every time I was sad, I'd just, like, donate like $1 billion of it to, like, somebody. And I'm like, okay, dopamine rush for the week. You know?
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun.
Yeah, how cool is this? Coming over to the Kamisato estate.
Assistance, Your Excellency.
This is the cutest soldier, by the way. Nice haircut.
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away.
You know what's so funny? The Raiden Shogun doing this is strange. If Zhongli came up to someone and was like, I'd like to borrow a tea set. If it's something you can give me. Like, it would be the most normal thing in the world.
Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Heck yeah.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
How is our head not gigantic at this stage? Like,
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the Almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
was it really you that the tea master used to serve?
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The Almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like
I mean,
you
it was a
at
different
all.
life. It was a different time. It was before she lost all her friends.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister,
All right.
Raiden Makoto.
Whoa. Okay, so like I thought it was like just like a different personality aspect, but it actually is just like a different person. Okay.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Okay.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Okay, then that's like one of those things, you know, like when you're wrong, you're wrong, and I was definitely wrong because I was questioning Paimon and Wanderer's thought about this, but then it's definitely me who was in the wrong here.
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the
Great
most
job.
precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Ambitions. There we go, ambitions.
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Man, like this is like so interesting to me that like she had a sister who like believed in the opposite of eternity, you know?
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
Wow.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
No, it is. It is 100%.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
Yep.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis,
Great shot again.
Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Yeah, so she was thinking about like more, I guess like just like like her definition, and I could be completely wrong, so I might just like keep reading on and then give my analysis at the end.
Do you
Okay.
feel you're starting to understand her better now?
Like my thought is that her idea of eternity is like allowing people to grow and change and dream and have ambitions so that it will grow the entire, like, so their legacy can be left behind and they can be happy in their life, but also like it grows Inazuma and Inazuma can like survive through change and betterment.
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
I mean, I'm a very forgiving person. But it's, again, like I said, it's not my place to forgive absolutely everything. But for what I can forgive, I do. You know what I mean? But that's probably a bad way of putting it. I'm probably gonna get some people like, she did a bad thing. Yeah, I know she did a bad thing, right? I know she did. But like I said, I can't forgive her for the stuff that happened with the people with the visions. I can't forgive her. I'm not Toma. I'm not Kazuha. I'm not Kazuha's friend. I'm not the people that got their visions taken away. I'm not Ito. I'm not these people. But what I'm saying is more, I forgive her for attacking me, if that makes sense. I forgive her for trying to murder me.
Almighty Shogun.
Personally, that's me.
I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
Thank you.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
And yeah, we also have to say I know there's a difference between the puppet and the thing. I don't quite understand fully the difference between the puppet and I all the time, but like I know there is a difference.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Let's go. Man, this is pretty sweet. Like, and again, like, I feel what's the coolest parts of Genshin are not the parts, like, yes, I love the sweet parts. I love the like, really fun parts. I think also the other parts that, like, really, like, make me super, super happy, to even, like, witness when I'm playing this game is the parts that, like, are a little bit complicated, you know what I mean? And not only that, but the ones that, like, make you think. And I feel like this quest so far is making us go, oh my god, all the time. Wow, and oh, like, those type of moments are really fun for me. And also, when I say that this game has nice shots, I usually say it on the ones that they pull out and they, like, show, like, a wide angle. I praise this game to the end for not doing claustrophobic shots all the time. Yes, you can do close-ups, and that's important, but because when they do close-ups, it makes it more impactful. Because sometimes they don't do constant claustrophobic, let's close in on them when they're having a conversation right up into two of their faces and only do reaction shots between the two of them. It's like, why not have them talk as we look at them from above the mountain? Why not have them talk? And like, it also fits the theme of, like, you know, whether it be Adepti watching over us, Archons watching over us, the gods watching over us. Like, it really does work for me. It works a lot for me. Where are we going? Here it is. Yeah.
Looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Yeah, he seemed pretty determined to not let us do it. Wouldn't put past him.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
Oh, Paimon.
We didn't even have a chance to
Oh no, don't talk Paimon. He's the sweetest sweetheart.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Oh my god. Let's make our own tea. Let's make some tea.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
And there's like a nice little rock here too. That sound.
The tea is ready.
This is what I'm talking about.
Please give it a try.
Sorry that I get sidetracked so much. This angle here, this shot, this is like, there's nothing claustrophobic about it. It shows everything it needs to. It doesn't have this like crazy close-up shots all the time. They're just really good. The composition's always great in this game.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
Yeah, it's just the memories flooding back in.
You're right. but the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me.
I bet.
I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back.
We saw a fan video, I think, of them, and also, like, I believe, like, official videos that showed these characters. You can all see those in Roman Reacts as a playlist, I think, you know, in on the channel. But yeah, it's very emotional.
Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
She's gonna ask us who we're wishing on the banner.
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
That's like such a large portion of your life. Like, I don't care when it says like that changes you. Your best friend and your sister gone. That would change the strongest of people forever.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Konoha alone, without telling me.
Okay, no, that's a big deal.
Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening,
Makoto is already...
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
Man, that's like... And then, again, 100%, like, when she was talking about Saigu as well, she said how, like, she didn't get to really say goodbye. They just kind of accepted that something bad was going to happen. And here as well with her freaking sister. They kind of knew what was going to happen, but they couldn't do anything to really stop it. Eternity, you know, that's why she, you know, has that idea of eternity in her head as well, and so instilled in her head, trying to stop these bad things from happening.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia.
Okay.
It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions.
That's so rough. That's so rough. Like, your unconscious sister fading away in your arms, bidding her.
Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot, Paimon.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Yeah, appeared?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
So they all just thought it was like this. They thought it was already there?
No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
Insane.
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. with the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
That's what I was thinking. Is the tree an embodiment of Makoto? Makoto,
Yes.
sorry.
She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone
Oh
is
man.
unbearably painful.
Like that's I feel so bad. Like there's so like again, best friend and a sister in one tragedy.
But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat.
It's the memories, man. Like 100. I like almost not the exact same thing whatsoever. But like whenever I eat a baguette, I know it sounds so weird, baguette with rashers in it, with bacon in it. I always think back to like going to the beach and there was like a shop right by and there was like a place you can get rashers or bacon in a baguette. You know what I mean? Like food and drink brings back so many memories and smells as well.
And it's time I came to terms with it all.
It seems like you've done a lot already thinking about it. I know obtaining a separation too. We do.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced
Yeah.
that battle in person,
Have you seen my sister before?
Sister? I had heard that you were looking
So
for
this
your
battle as
family.
well happened in our battle. We were sent from 500 years ago then during the disaster and sent into the future is what I'm getting, right? Which, by the way, I think we've heard like a lot about that, like or parts of that before. Still something like I'm not going to even try and comprehend completely until we get like more information. Just being honest with you guys, I'm not even going to try and comprehend it whatsoever.
You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
based on what we've learned so far, it seems so.
Yeah, and we know that she's working with the Abyss Order too.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess.
I mean, yeah, look, like we've encountered this so many times, and like it's always getting our hopes up. I think, you know.
Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
At least we know our sister's still alive. You know what I mean? I imagine if we found out our sister had passed away, we already know that the last time we saw our sister, it changed to Aether. He is a different character now. No one can deny that to me. In his dialogue choices, they're different. He's a lot more impatient with people. He's a lot more like kind of like matter of fact with some people. You could say that's unintentional, but like I see it as intentional. There's no like it happened right after that quest. All the quests after that became like very like, you know, matter of fact. The choices became more straightforward in a way. He's still very sweet and caring, but he was clearly emotionally damaged by that moment. If we found our sister had passed away or died in front of us or died in our arms, I 100% think that Aether would be on a revenge mission rather than a search and rescue mission.
With this last cup of tea,
He'd be spilling blood
let
everywhere.
us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny,
Great
for
shot.
giving us the chance to meet again.
That's so sweet though. Yeah, like through the tea as well. Thanking.
Go. Let's keep following the traces.
We're still
Very well.
going.
Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Last already. Okay, this is such a beautiful place too. Yeah, like it's such a beautiful story. It's such a beautiful story. And it's a beautiful game. You know what's like? And I think I said in the last episode, I think I did. Like I showed this game to my best friend in the world, lovely woman. She does not watch my videos, And honestly, like, I'm kind of glad of that. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes people are like, my friends watch all my videos, and I'm like, how on earth? Because I feel like you never want to talk to your friend again if you listen to him talk for 2 hours, you know, straight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Where's the little thing? Is it here? No. Yeah, but she was saying how pretty this game was. She was like, the first thing she said, literally the first thing she said when I showed her this game was, oh my god, it's so pretty. It is. It's so pretty.
Time to go.
Maybe it's, oh, it's there. Maybe it's in here?
The wind knows me.
Maybe?
Follow the wind.
Follow the wind. He said it. What a boy. Yeah, and we're using a lot of Kazuha lately just because I'm focusing on like leveling up this whole team first. I'm doing it bit by bit.
Into the wind.
So I have Kazuha, Official, and Bennett and Xingqiu all working on them getting them a bit stronger. I'm going to do it part by part, so by the time that we get to Sumeru, I can just start working on all the other characters just freely without any, like, you know, restrictions, if that makes sense. Is it in here? Yeah, it is. I've also, though, to show you guys something, I'll show you guys now in a second. Leveled up Rosaria quite a bit. She is now close to being level 50. Okay, Rosaria, we get it. You're the coolest girl in the history of the universe. Okay, we get it. We get it, Rosaria. No, she's so cool. She's so cool. Yeah, so like she's being leveled up too, and it was actually pretty easy to level her up. Like super easy. The leveling up is not hard. Getting to level 80, I find, is not difficult at all. I don't think it's a difficult thing in the slightest.
Time to go.
Well, maybe it is higher up. It says located on another level, so maybe it is higher up. Unless it's through. No, it couldn't be through here. No, it's not. It's definitely not through here. Wait, what? There's a chest here all this time? Thank you. Now, whoever commented that I missed a chest on that episode 20 episodes ago, you can go back and delete
Time
it.
to go.
I don't know if anyone did, but someone probably did, and rightly so. I did miss the chest. Okay, let's travel. Okay, so maybe it is higher up. We know it's on the wall, though, so maybe it's just like a matter of finding the trail. Oh no, there it is. Look, there it is. See there? Yeah. But will it just? Yeah, it is there. Here we go. I plan on the next person I plan to raise up the talents of and get all power is like Xiao. I want to get Xiao to get there as well because I miss using Xiao all the time. He's still very powerful. And when it comes to raising adventure rank and all this and world level and things like this, what I think I might do is I might like do the quest and then like lower my level right for now just because I really feel as though like I'm not ready. I know it's sad to say, but I'm definitely not ready for it. Holy hell, man. It's like in a cave. Look at the way they do these close-up shots as well. It's very cool. Music's so neat. See what I mean by the shots? Look at this.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Okay, you go, girl.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
We've seen a very human side to her, which is always very great with the Archons.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Let's go.
Illusion shattered.
So yeah, the glaive, the use of the glaive to me is so neat. Like it's it's a move that it's a weapon that you don't see often in these games. But it's actually very, very neat. My favorite type of weapon to use in this game.
Are you alright?
Oh, that was story based.
I'm fine.
I thought there was like a move they did. I love using spears in this game. It's the most fun for me.
Transcend all constraints. Inazuma shines eternal.
Look at that. Her sword is pretty awesome too, in fairness, though.
Illusion shattered.
There it is again. That's very interesting for her, who's like so powerful. Like so beastly powerful.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
Don't force it. It's okay. It's 100% okay.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back.
Yeah, no, it is 100% okay.
We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Yeah, we're gonna get some other trip down. Yeah, there it is. Some trip down memory lane.
Where am I?
Oh, wow.
Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
Look how much care they have for this woman.
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Look at this, man. Like, this is how much people cared about this woman.
Back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Let us do it.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
And they're showing as well all the people who fought against the idea of eternity, like not even knowing they did.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
The visions?
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us.
And she took away all the people's visions then.
If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor them.
And they use those visions to fight for her.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope. An unwavering commitment to resistance. I'll say so full of hope. Yeah, that's not.
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us.
So it sounds like just before, everyone took her pretty hard when she stopped showing her face.
Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited
Oh, she's
the
feeling
hope
it.
in
She's
our
feeling
hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
Yeah, look at this.
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Yeah. Like she's feeling, because again, like, you know, after all this, just her showing her face means the absolute world to the people here in Inazuma. And we saw that when she would just travel through the town. Everyone's like, try my food, try this, try, you're gonna love this.
Ring cutter.
The wind knows me.
These guys actually pack a punch. Like in terms of like just overall damage to your health. Like they definitely do pack a punch.
No, my sword. Clouds high. The birds. Let's light it up.
By royal
One with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Nice.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further.
We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
We have no business with some of the reality they're experiencing. Great, thanks, I appreciate it, yeah.
Just leave it to
Yeah,
us.
I agree.
Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the Almighty Shogun.
Holy hell.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live.
Heck yeah.
With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun.
It's hard to and it is hard to see these things until they're right in front of your nose. Sometimes. Oh man, look at this.
They're gone.
Was that a promise to them or a promise to yourself? I like this.
It was both.
Yeah?
The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final
Such a fantastic way of putting it, the idea of their deaths overshadowed what they were fighting for.
The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their
There you go.
You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Oh my god, okay.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Oh, Paimon, such mother behavior always.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long.
Okay.
I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would
I think
have
that's a beautiful sentiment, because what it says is you're not changing yourself, but you're looking at the things that made Makoto strong and good. And you're like, okay, I could do those things too. Because it's not about changing your personality. It's about knowing what's right. I'm sure there's many times we disagree with something that we have to do, but we know it's the right thing to do. Humans are worthy of your trust.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise.
And I think this is the out of the horrible situation that happened in Inazuma for years, that we've heard about for years, for 500 years. I think that it is 100% the best possible outcome, that it's a better late than never situation.
Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
letting us pass by first.
Calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Yeah, there's something happening here.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body.
What the hell is happening?
I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Yeah, we should get you back. You need to take a rest for sure.
No need.
She's calling.
She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk?
100%.
I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Okay.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Frick it, yes, let's go. Incredible voice acting as well, by the way. Absolutely incredible. Man, I'm wondering though, like, maybe I could be wrong about my interpretation of what's happening with her, because like, is it kind of like what happened to like Zuko in one of the greatest shows ever made? It's actually far away. It's not that far away. What happened to Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender, where there's a part of you rejecting yourself almost, or you're rejecting a past part of yourself. So your body is kind of like not accepting. Can we do anything with this? I don't think we can. Oh, we can. We need 25 more sigils to get the 2 fates, and that would actually be really nice. In fact, let's see if we can actually get those. One second before we go behind this. Yeah, no, I think that's like a really interesting if that's what's happening. If it is like a rejection of a past self or your past self. Worship statue. I think we have quite a few. I don't think we're gonna get enough for 25 sigils, or to get to, not even 25. It's what? 17. Yeah, 10. We need 7 more. That means we probably have enough for a wish. We do. Why not? Oh, I almost wished on this one. Okay, there we go. And okay. The way, like, I think wait, did we get we did, I thought we got one of those. The way I look at it always, and I know you guys like know this is the way I look at it, and always have looked at it this way. It's always with me the idea of like, okay, like we didn't get it, but we have to be grateful for what we do have, you know? And I'm super grateful for what I do have. It's like, and I feel like as soon as I start getting really upset about it, like, which is okay to get upset by it, by the way. I understand a lot of people talk about getting upset by getting their pulls because, you know, 100%. But I feel like, you know, I want to make this whole playthrough incredibly fun for me and fun for you guys, and that's what makes it fun for me as well. Ah! Here?
Follow the wind.
Oh, it's here. We've been in this cave before. Interesting.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Oh, it's a domain, isn't it?
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
Are you alright?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. What? It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body.
Oh my god, oh my god.
you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Dear Lord. Oh, we're getting. Oh my God, we're getting dragged in. We're going.
Paimon's dizzy.
Oh, Paimon.
Where did we get sucked into this?
Oh, they're doing a close up because something's about to be revealed that's really beautiful.
This place.
Yeah, look at this.
Look over there. It's another A.
We meet again, traveler.
What's the Raiden Shogun?
This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body
So
shall
it is
stand
it is a
in the way.
resistance. Yes. Okay. I was kind of right in a way, but in a different way.
Wait, Paimon knows that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both
Look
warriors,
at this.
and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Oh.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you alright?
Oh my God.
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too.
Oh my God.
When necessary, she appears here to confront
Are we gonna have a second fight with the Raiden Shogun? This is their system to save. Yeah, we've heard about this before. That's exactly why Kazuha's friend died.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a bit extreme.
Her voice acting is so funny. It's so nice.
Showdown with the Shogun?
It's sick, Paimon. This is so sick.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
A isn't someone who leaves herself an escape route.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
Here's the thing, Paimon. 100%, but there's clearly a better thing for Inazuma, and the choice is the new ideas that A has.
My form is
That's
a
the
symbol
truth.
of supreme majesty,
Oh, Jesus.
in which has been vested power over
Oh,
all
Jesus.
the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity.
Wow.
Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome.
What a freaking line.
You wish to make yourself my enemy?
Oh, she does.
I am your past, the everlasting
Holy
law, the
hell.
guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects.
Get it!
A.
Get it! Oh my God!
In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was
It's just
cut down
us.
and disgraced.
It's justice. Oh my god.
Cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
And I just thought the music wasn't playing. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so neat.
Pathetic.
Don't call me pathetic, I'm trying my best.
Evasion is futile.
I call this method run around and hit. Oh, the music.
Inferior. Torn to oblivion.
Where'd you go?
Strike dead.
This is so sick.
Be gone.
Like, and again, like, what better way to like get an inner struggle fight going on here than actually have them like, oh, here we go. To have an inner struggle fight that have the actual character fight themselves.
That once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
No, 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 no.
She's completely
No! Oh my god, Yamiko, come in and help us out again.
Fleeting shadow. Insolent.
Let's eat a bit. The range, yeah, Yamiko. Oh, by the way, here's all my 5-star artifacts that I got. Raiden Shogun should come in and Yamiko, come in and help us out. That's what I say. You know?
Inazuma shines eternal.
Holy hell! No, stop healing.
There is no escape. Insolent.
If Yamiko came in again, I know, like,
That envelops all of
no,
Inazuma,
get out of there!
made silently
Get out of there!
There shall never be another.
I thought I could break up with this.
Never.
Get out of there!
For the rest of time.
Hey, you! Insane. What is happening? What do we have to do to break this, I wonder? Is there something...
Weak.
Is she recovering again?
Strike dead. Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, that move is so powerful. This is so sick.
Pathetic. Weak. Shine down.
So it's just a three
Emptiness.
life boss battle.
Have you finally defeated her?
Holy yeah, look at this shot. Also standing over. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled.
Yeah.
But how long can your will remain strong?
Look at the Wander in the background ready to fight too. Yeah, how the heck is right? Surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Oh my god.
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking.
Look at what I'm looking
one
at
that will
here.
be
Look at
resistant to
this.
erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last.
Months. Years?
Centuries.
No.
And no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
And what happens in Inazuma then?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But you can bear to leave humanity to go alone. This is the right conclusion, by the way. It's the conclusion that Venti had. It's the conclusion that Zhongli had. Everyone looks to the Shogun for hope.
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist
There we go.
is nothing to fear.
Because she saw the people in the past who didn't have the Shogun with them, and they still fought. They still fought to go forward.
I fight for the everlasting future of
It's so
Inazuma.
sick.
However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return.
Oh my god.
This is my oath.
A vow to one day return.
During my absence, I place
Miko?
everything in Miko's hands.
Oh god.
But this means that...
I mean, here's the thing. Miko's really smart and she's really intelligent. So like really like if you're looking at all the people that could rule the place, I think Miko has the most presence that could do it, I suppose.
Pass on my words.
Holy hell. She's serious about it. She just sent us out. She just get. Oh my lord.
Looks like we got kicked
Yeah.
out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever?
I really feel like I'm like want to go like crying to our mommy, Miko, right now.
She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but...
It's a law. But this cannot be the only way.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again.
We're not about to leave her just yet. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we should help her out like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win the fight?
Let's just go in and like Eula her. Eula the Raiden Shogun.
Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there
I think we
anymore.
have to talk to like Miko.
Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't
Brain
be
juice.
now. Okay, maybe if we both ran into it at the same time, really
Okay, we need to talk to mommy.
Oh, you're right.
We need to.
I nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain.
Yeah,
we
we
go.
need to. I'm excited. I love talking to Miko. She's the best. Wait.
Talk to the electro.
They just sent us back up here. You know what's crazy about this too, though? Is that like, I love how like, I got chills when she said, Yamiko will take my place. Because when I talked about it before, like, I talked about how like, Kamisato cannot take, or Ayaka Kamisato cannot take the Raiden Shogun's place at this time. Because she's not, doesn't have that powerful presence. She's amazing. She's an amazing leader, but she doesn't have the powerful presence. The same with Kokomi. She doesn't have the powerful presence and the trust of the people to really take the Raiden Shogun's place. And like, I even mentioned like, that there was like, I think I mentioned the third person as well, who I was like, okay, they can't take over as well. The Yashirumi Commission can't be, and the 10-year-old commission can't be trusted by themselves either. But Miko, like, if anyone had to take over for a bit, I think Miko has like at least like half of the presence that the Raiden Shogun has in terms of like being like kind of this like this awe-inspiring, and there she is, this awe-inspiring being that everyone looks to,
You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
Everything she does is like a subtle dig,
You're always smiling.
Bye, Mom. We need her help right now.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Bye, Mom. Get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Yeah, we had to explain everything. Like, I knew we were gonna have to go to Yamiko anyway, just because, like...
I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
How are you so calm?
Impossibly
I mean, it's Yamiko.
stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A, all right.
Yeah, everything she does is a very stubborn action, isn't it?
You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
I know she's like, what? Like, dude, she does this. This is like when you text a friend and go like Jack hasn't texted us back like in a while and he hasn't been home in 2 weeks, and then the other guy goes, Dude, this is Jack. He just does this. You know what I mean?
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
The fact that at every turn you have helped us.
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Of course she is my one.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
Well, the only thing I know as a difference is right away is that it didn't have like a lot of landmarks in there. It didn't have like a lot of like structures as it did, but that's the only thing I could say.
Anyway,
Like,
we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
okay, follow you anywhere. Yes, Captain. Let's go. Ma'am. Wait, here? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought she meant the entrance of this building. I was like, okay. The entrance of, she literally means the entrance of the realm. And I was like, okay, the entrance is the doorway here? Okay, where are we going? But yeah, I will follow her to the ends of the earth, no problem. Whereabouts is it? Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Oh, put your records on. Tell me Yamiko's favorite song. Gotta pretend I know stuff about her favorite song.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be.
Yeah, you do you. You do you.
To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Perfect voice line.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
Okay.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Palm, you're not going to abandon me, are you?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
She's so manipulative in the best way possible.
Paimon's coming too.
I love her so much.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say.
I say? What is it?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
I imagine Yaimiko would look at like the worst human disaster, like I don't know, like some sort of like horrible tragedy that took place that like killed thousands of people, and she'd be like, "Huh, that is very tragic." You know? Oh, I say.
Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Yae Miko would be the type of person that will go up to like one of those street performers who tries to trick you by, you know, the guess the ball trick. And she'd be like, maybe you should just give me all of your money. And they would.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability
No
I
problem.
can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens.
Thank you so much,
placing
ma'am.
my god in your capable hands.
What a line.
For
I'm
my
placing my
sake
god
and for
in your
Inazuma's,
hands.
Please, bring her back.
Oh my god. Yae Miko.
You better know what you're doing.
We will not fail.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Yeah. She's not one for sentimental stuff. Pretty sick, man. Here we go. Whoa. 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 Where'd this come out of? Holy hell, budget. What the? Oh my god. Wait. What the hell is... Oh my dear lord.
Remember to focus constantly on your
Oh, yeah, here we go.
wishes when you enter inside.
This is incredible. Oh my
Only if you are
god.
strong enough
All
can
the
I
memories.
deliver you
Look
to
at
the
this.
right destination.
It's her fighting. It's her fighting herself. Oh my god, like I've never had so much chills playing this game, and that's saying a lot. Did we end up right here? That was an incredible scene. An incredible cutscene. We're back. Hello. Who's who? We're back. Wait, hold on, give me a second. That was incredible. It was beautiful. Such an amazing looking scene.
How can this be?
Yae Miko.
You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
You've been fighting for years?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then.
And years
Over
ago.
countless battles, not once have you lost, and
Jesus
never have you shown
Christ.
the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered.
This is insane. It's so good.
For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity.
Just that these argue with
Now
themselves
these
here.
two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps.
Maybe.
Then, let this be our final duel.
Huh?
The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
I can't.
Final duel?
I can't.
So you're finally willing to stand back, traveler.
Are you gonna put an end to all this?
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Yes! Yes! I'm in love with this. This is such a good story
The time
quest.
our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
The energy they consumed.
What even is
was
that?
enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night.
It's like a
The
big
will
hand
they
scorpion.
demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams.
What is...
You
Oh, the
have
music as well.
Oh
my god, the music today. Freaking like metalcore music in the background.
Shine down.
No shine down.
Calamity.
Oh. Oh, the shields.
Illusion
That's so
shattered.
sick. This whole thing in the oh, I can't get over how good the song is. Wait, look at the different outfit. It's like battle armor. No, don't hit me. Don't hit me, I'd say. We're not barely raising our burst. The music's so good.
Eternity. Shine down.
No eternity. Death proof. Death proof. I can't.
This is the end. You have won.
So good.
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens.
My reason for fighting is redefined. Like, oh my god, I now carry the gaze of myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. That's so beautiful.
And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me.
Yeah.
To encourage me.
I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in bits.
I noticed it also. Just now, in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its
Look at them
full
giving some
power,
context here over
and
the name, which is pretty
truly
cool.
Understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life.
She wasn't the fighter.
And yet, her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval.
Oh, dear Lord.
Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant.
Here we go.
I won't design any more rules that can never be changed.
Look at the growth here. Look at the growth.
You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere
Beautiful.
tool.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth.
I am a human.
I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once
Oh.
Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future.
Heck yeah. That was fun.
Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting them?
Paimon's still worried. Paimon always asks the real questions, you know? Oh. It's glowing. Wait.
Hello, A. And
No,
greetings,
no.
those who have come to bear witness.
Don't.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties
Oh, no.
and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make
This
it
is
here
so
in the
much.
end.
This is too much for me.
I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but
The softness in her voice.
you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said.
Fair. Oh my god, this is so good.
There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me.
Oh my god, like the breaking of Vi's voice.
Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time.
500 years.
I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way.
Same now.
Don't look down on me.
She's not doing that. You just know she's not doing that.
See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away.
Oh no, let her talk to you for a little longer. That's so sad. I know it's like very uplifting at the same time, but like to me like this would ruin me for months, years.
But it is you who must take the most important step.
Why did she leave her?
The light turned into a seed?
Huh?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known.
As well.
When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide.
I'm feeling this so bad.
Eh? Is it really?
Oh my god.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within.
Why does it be so bad?
Oh, the Kitsune, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this
That was so
journey with
beautiful.
you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Eh?
I'm not doing well.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh my god.
Because my final wish has now come true.
Oh.
Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities.
I know her sword
For
protected
this,
her.
I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you
the
in
little shake
full,
of the head.
This sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick?
Oh.
This
so
time,
beautiful.
It really is goodbye.
No. No. Oh, the music's so beautiful too. Oh, it's just so much. It's so much.
Goodbye, Makoto.
No, stop. It's so beautiful. It's so freaking beautiful. I need like 2 seconds after leaving the realm of conscience trying to try and you relay everything to Yaimiko.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting you, Yaimiko. I'll never do it again, ma'am. But like my arms are full of chills. My nose is welling up. My tears are like filling up my eyes. But also like I just had this swirling feeling in the pit of my stomach. It's like, man, saying goodbye like that is so emotional. It's such an impressive scene, such an impressive story, such an impressive character. I freaking loved it. Loved it.
No matter what you make of it,
Every
it's
aspect of
incredible.
it. I need a second. I need a second. Anyway. Like my body's still tingling. It's tingling all over. Maybe I should get that checked out, honestly.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine.
It was... like, my mind is blown. My mind is blown.
Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw wonderful things inside that place. It was beautiful. Like, some of the stuff was incredible. Time moving forward and backward at the same time. Like, the cutscene was mind-blowing.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all.
I don't know what's getting over me as well. Like, it's just so much of this is so overwhelming. So what is a higher power? Istaroth?
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there.
I love the two of them together as well.
You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Heck yeah, it's your tree.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
She can do what she wants.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not?
Yes.
Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Is that significant?
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within.
So was that the
space.
wishes to find his sister?
Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for.
So, because we wanted it so badly, it happened.
The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A.
Oh my god, look how good you look in this light.
So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
An inevitability of fate.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma?
Wow, that must have been scary, like right away.
But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to
I love that.
calm
She's like,
down?
it's like, I'm asking as a friend. Yo.
After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
Sorry that I have so much sniffles right now, guys. Like, it's not good.
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her.
I don't know why, like, because like it's like as soon as I like any tears fill up my eyes, like I start getting like really bad sniffles, and of course that's like what crying is. But like then like it's hard for me to get back into space, you know, because my mind then like gets all fuzzy. You know what I mean?
I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan.
She's very smart, very bright.
It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Yeah, we should say you know, acknowledge your contributions.
I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing.
Oh, the music here is so good. The final act might be a simple one. Just because the cause and effect ended up back to front doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you.
Yep. You can tell this means a lot to her, to hear from us too.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
I love them together.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
That she wouldn't even listen? She's very stubborn.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
You were going to give it to her for centuries.
Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, no, true. Yumiko, take your job here.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future.
Okay.
After that, I will abolish the Sakoku
Good.
decree.
Good.
Really? That's huge news!
That's massive.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key.
Such a massive deal.
I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be born new opportunities, 110%.
I'm looking forward to it.
You need to announce this publicly as well, man. You need to make it a big deal. Wait, no.
Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Paimon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from inside.
Wait, what?
Don't you think that's a little strange?
Wait, what? It's...
Oh, so you've been wondering about that too, huh? Now that we have some time on our hands, let's go and take another look.
Okay.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Oh.
But I am prepared for them.
About the challenges.
Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative repercussions. For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses. These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Honestly, Miko. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
So, about the gaze of the gods.
Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the gods' attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Centuries, so she says the same line every time here.
It was constant
Oh my
torture,
god, girl.
with no end in sight. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Had my concentration lapsed for but a moment, the Shogun's blade would have taken my life. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play.
Thank you.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I
But
am
the
prepared
man
for
that
them.
it was like such a hard self-struggle for them, and the damage to Sacred
Don't
Sakura.
worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the Sacred Sakura.
Oh yeah, you have to be vigilant, for sure.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort
Yeah,
too.
Miko always shows up exactly when she needs to, when she can make the biggest impact and when people notice her the most.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yai Miko said nothing of the sort. And the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on.
Yeah, true.
Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret.
Oh yeah, whatever, I'll keep everything secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
We're not talking about anything.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
So hold on a second here. Is that the end of the story quest? I think that's the end of the story quest, but it didn't show the end of the story quest? Am I right? Wait. Oh, this is the interlude chapter. So we can do this and then we do the interlude chapter, and then we can do Yelen's story quest, right? Wow, okay, so I was wondering what was happening with that. Okay, that's pretty freaking interesting, man. That's super, super interesting. Just a really fantastic story with those characters. I love seeing them all together. Look at me walking away as if I'm going home, like I have a home to go to. Yeah, I got pretty emotional at the end there. Sorry for the sniffles and stuff. Like, just like when, you know, when you tear up once for me, it like never stops. I'm a big sniffler. I'm not a pretty crier. I'll tell you that much. Thank you guys so much for always supporting the series. What I thought about the whole thing there, I think what it was a fantastic end to like her story at the very least. A story. I know it's not probably the last time we'll see her, but I do think it was a great end to like what that was in general, and I think it's fitting to go down here for a bit to say goodbye. Yeah, like I thought it was just a really, really superb story. I thought that with the way they implemented the characters, the way they used the past, the actual wrongdoings of the Sokoko decree and the Division Hunt decree, It perfectly blended the idea of like what it meant to now be, you know, moving forward compared to like what was happening before. It now meant something even more. It really did. I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. And I loved the way they implemented Yaimiko too, and exactly the way I thought they would also. They did a really good job of building up Inazuma, and that story, as always, a really fantastic job. And like I said, I thank you guys for always supporting this series and supporting this channel. That was really incredible. It was really incredible. I love that story quest. And I wonder what you guys thought of it too. Because it was actually really freaking good. It was really good. And the fact as well that, like, we got to witness a very casual aspect of Yaimiko as well, and I always means the world to me. Because they're two friends, and I feel like that's really important. We got to hear from Makoto, which made me so freaking emotional. We got to see some amazing cutscenes as well. It's awesome. Thank you to Ty Farrer 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicia's Felix, George Candelaria, Esquin, Ewald, Radish, Fruity,
surely enough to convince
Anusta, Shabbat Bread, Valkade, V Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And here we go. Let's do the thing.
Into the wind.
We didn't properly do the thing. We're gonna have to wait a second, guys. Sorry. We're gonna have to do the thing. Here we go. There it is.